We are here to build our favorite mad scientist, Tara Kimmy, a new house. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Just a Mom That Sims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for a mad scientist new house build. So if you like my content and you like to have a little fun, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Hit that notification bell. Just do all the things. So I'm not going to edit the voiceover on this. This is a speed build. Tara is our mad scientist, but not evil. That's important for me to remind you, if only you believe me. But she is also having occult babies. So she has really outgrown the little house that I built for her previously. So she did pack her things, sell that house, grab all her children, and move over here. So she has reached the top of the scientist career track, and that's been a long road to get there. So I am happy about that. However, she has 5 children already. And we're going to build a 5-bedroom house. 1 bedroom will be Tara's. 1 will be her cousin Courtney's. Courtney was generated by doing the feature from the Grow Together pack, researching genealogy on the computer. One of my favorite things to do because I love to see these Sims pop up from the game being spawning them or from the game spawning them. So anyway, she will no longer be sleeping in a bunk bed in the children's room. And the children will actually have 3 bedrooms instead of 2. So I am going to do the oldest son, Emery, a bedroom. Her oldest daughter will have a bedroom. It will have 2 beds in it because when the next girl gets old enough, she will share that room with her. Then I'm going to have this L-shaped room that's a reverse L on the right-hand side. I think it's going to be an infant and toddler room. It's going to have 2 cribs. It's going to have a changing table. And it will also have a toddler bed inside of it. And I think I'm going to adjust because in between the 2 rooms up front is a bathroom. But this bathroom is way too big. So all I do is do the outside of the house and then try to box off the rooms and I adjust them later. I like to have the outside of the house completely finished. So I am going to go ahead and put my doors and windows and everything up. Now I was looking for a swatch that had like a stone bottom, but also maybe had like a smooth top, but I don't see a swatch that I like in it. So I'm going to use this one. It's fine. Now I'm going to build a porch, but I'm going to take the walls away. It will not be enclosed. I have a special feature that I'm thinking about for this house. Now this is just a placeholder fence. So don't worry because I'm not the best builder, but that color would be kind of bad. So I'm gonna have a deck with stairs that leads up to it in front of the house, and I think it's gonna be cute. Now, I'm not a good roofer, okay? I never have been, but doesn't stop me from popping a roof on that bad boy anyway. So stick with me. I promise it won't look horrible, but it won't look like these professional roof builders in The Sims. However, I am going to make this 1 story for all intents and purposes, the living space, because I really am not the biggest fan of 2-story builds. It makes it hard for me to keep up with what's going on. So I rarely build them. It happens occasionally. Now, I am going to have a secret science layer, and that's for Tara. It's going to be a basement. But it's not a lived-in space so much. This is going to be the spot, just like in her old house, where she keeps her cloning machine and all of those things, because she needs a place to put her transporter machine and everything that she uses to make this sim world a better place. So if you are just tuning in, thank you for subscribing. However, just so you know, Tara's mission has been to make the sim world better, 1 household at a time. Now, how, you may ask, is she doing this? Well, that's simple. She is having cloning day events. That's an actual holiday that's in Tara's world, where she has these big parties and sometimes fights break out. She usually gets abducted by aliens, and then she clones Sims, and it's such a fun time. Now, the other way she's doing that is she's going from neighbor to neighbor in San Sequoia, and she is cloning her neighbors to give them company and companionship. For this great and brave service that Tara's doing, she charges Sims between 2,000 and 6,000 simoleons. So I've been thinking about her quitting her job. I almost hate to do it because, gosh, if she could just hang into elderhood, she could retire and have a pension, right? But she works so hard. If you've been watching, Tara will have a baby Sunday and go back to work Monday. She did not do family leave. It is really hard to climb those get to work tracks. I apologize for my allergies. But she has done it, and it's taken her whole time and gameplay, lots of dedication, almost no days off unless it was a holiday. Tara it was slow moving, but she's at the top. She started from the bottom. Now she's here. Shout out. If you know, you know. So she is there. So now she can focus on having the rest of these babies, because she's got Father Winter's baby, Patchy's baby. She's got a mermaid baby. She also has Tragic Clown's baby. And I feel like I'm definitely missing one. A Plant Sim baby who is not green. So that didn't happen. The baby's not green. But it's an interesting household. She is married to Father Winter. So I am just putting some stone or brick pattern out here as a porch. Again, it's not going to have any kind of enclosing, but I like the idea of having something to walk around. I will do a little bit of landscaping before I finish. Also, I'm putting some columns out front, and I put two different ones because I'm trying to figure out which one works the best, because sometimes it's hard to find swatches that match. But I just needed to match enough. So I'll get it figured out, and then I will change the fencing up top so that it will be a real cute deck somewhere where they can sit out and enjoy the stars. And now that I think about it, if I put a telescope up there, can they use it? I know when I have done it in other builds, it won't work. Maybe it can only work from the ground, but I will try again just to see what happens. I will put some trim on the edge of this deck too. I've got to remember how to do that because I don't do trim often. I forget. I will delete that roof above us too. I see it floating. There it goes. I just forgot to remove it. So that's going to be it. I'm going to use that ceiling where you can make a swatch with the ceiling. I'm going to use that on this part of the deck. I finally found something that I would actually use it for, because I'm hardly ever in my houses to look up at the ceiling. And when I'm in first person mode, I'm usually looking at another sim. So anyway, I'm building the kitchen. In real life, I really like a nice kitchen. And I wish, I love this island because I'm putting the stove in the island. I wish, I don't know, I love an island. I wish I had that, but I'm grateful for what I do have. But I am going to make this kitchen pretty elaborate because I'm going to put out a bunch of the different pizza makers and things she had at the other house. Tara did pack some things from her other house, and she sold the rest of the goods. Now, we are down in the basement. I'm going to make this very similar to the one at the old house, except we're going to use a ladder to get down here instead of taking up a lot of space with stairs. And it's going to be dark because I mean for this to be a dark place, but also kind of calm because Tara wants to relax down here. She does have a bubble machine and all of those things. And what I am going to do, if I haven't said it before, is furnish the house and decorate off screen. To be fair, I don't do a lot of decorating, but I will furnish the house fully, and I might add decorations over time. I'm just not a big decorator, and that's the same thing in real life. I make it a point to put something on the wall in each room so that people can't be like, gosh, there's nothing on these walls, but it's close to nothing. But anyway, back to The Sims. Yeah, I'm gonna put all of Tara's stuff. These shelves are where I put her collectibles, and I really need to clean her personal inventory out because she's got so many. Now, for some reason, the game will not let me take the decorations off the house, but it does this. So all I'll do is come back in a sim day and it'll let me take it down. Let's go ahead and do our walkthrough. So you can see the family in here. They already, I let it play for like maybe 20 game minutes. And you can see it's even a baby sleep in the high chair if you notice. They got food on the counters, but it's okay because it looks lived in. And I really like that in real life. I like my house to look lived in. I want it to be clean, but not look like a museum. You know what I mean? So anyway, I can't wait for her to use this stove in the island. And I just put a couple of rugs down. I used this round dining table, even though the square one would seat more people. But I think the round one fits better in the space. This is Tara's bedroom. And you can see I put a couple things on her dressers. I will switch those last lights out. I use really bright lights before I finish decorating. But this little play kitchen area was for the kids. This is Emery's bedroom. That's her oldest son, her husband, Father Winter's baby. This is her oldest daughter, Olivia's bedroom. This pink bed with the blue is her bed. When her sister ages up older enough, she'll be in here too. And this is the infant toddler room. So I was able to fit the dollhouse in the corner. I do have more color in here. I probably will come back and do some accent walls. You can see I actually was able to fit the 2 cribs and the toddler bed in and the changing table. This is Courtney's room. Courtney's got a full-size bed. She doesn't do much social activity at all, but hopefully this will bring her out of her shell. Now, I do have this little freezer case or refrigerated case for the little kids because the toddlers can get their own food out of there without having to go in the refrigerator. This is the basement. You can see the collectibles up now, and even Tara's bubble machine and she does run on the treadmill. She hasn't had time to use her bubble machine in a while. So as I show you the bathroom with the decontamination pod, I'm going to say, please remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye-bye.